Okay, everybody. Good morning. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm trying to record via Zoom. This is lines 1 through 9 from book 2, and I think you can either use this as some model of how to translate something, or you can use it to check your work. Totally up to you. If you have suggestions, send them my way. So you can read in the text box what the highlights amount to, and let's just start. So, and we're going to go nominative, verb, accusative, and then fit everything else in. Contiguero mes intenti cora tenebant. That one says, all eager people grew silent, where contiguere is short for contiguerunt. And Virgil will do this a lot for the purposes of the meter. So that's third plural, perfect indicative active. All eager men grew silent and held their, I think the idiom in English would be tongues, or grew quiet. They don't hold their faces. It's not that situation. Then Father Aeneas, seek Orsus, thus began. There's no verb here, but what's understood in there is an est. So thus Father Aeneas began ab alto toro, from his high couch. And in Rome, the guest of honor at a banquet would have occupied the highest like dining couch in the room. And I forgot then, inde means then. Okay, line 3, infandum regina ubase renovare dolorem. So here, the subject is you. Queen is vocative, and I know that because of the commas. Queen, you order, and then as far notes, you have to understand a may in there. So you order me to renovare, to renew, but that's awful. So maybe something like relive the infandum dolorem, the unspeakable grief. And now we get to an ut clause. It's actually an indirect question. So here ut, which normally we've seen to introduce purpose clauses and lots of things that aren't indirect questions. Here it means how. So it's a question word. So how, and then go red, yellow, green. How the Greeks, Danae, overthrew, that's a perfect subjunctive. And then Troianus opes, the Trojan, maybe wealth, Trojan riches, it means sort of the whole kingdom. And the sad empire, something along those lines for regnum. Notice that the bracket method here fails a little bit, because we've always talked about bracketing at the ut. And the way I know not to is because opes is accusative feminine plural, and so is Troianus. And with poetry, this will happen. The bracket method won't be quite as clean as it was with Cicero. So how the Greeks overthrew the Trojan wealth and the sad kingdom. And then the quae here in quaeque, I've bracketed this because it's a relative clause, really is connecting this ut clause. So that's one of the things he has to relive. The second thing he has to relive, so the and is the miserem, the very unhappy things, quae, which ipse I myself saw. And the reason I'm translating the accusatives here before the nominative is that miserema is the antecedent of quae, and in a relative clause, you always translate the relative pronoun first. So quae ipse vidi, which I myself saw, and again, another relative clause in brackets, of which the subject of fui is understood ego, or I, so of which I was a pars magna, a great part. Okay, second sentence, quis talia fondo myrmidonum dolopumve duri miles ulixi temperet a lacrimis. Here, quis is the subject, and so is miles. So who, and then there are two partitive genitives of, actually there are three, who of the Myrmidons and Dolops, those are two different tribes of Greeks, or, and that's connecting the nominatives. And then you have to understand an interrogative adjective with miles. So, or what soldier, to give context to the question, of Duri Ulixi. That's another genitive. What soldier of Harsh Ulixes? And then we get a deliberative subjunctive. So this is the main verb in the sentence. It's the only verb and it's subjunctive. The question mark gives away that it is deliberative. So who of the Myrmidons or what soldier of Harsh Ulixes would refrain, and then lacrimis, from tears? Who could not cry under these circumstances? And now I skipped Taliafondo because I want to bring that to your attention with a large font. This thing is a gerund, so by speaking, and I know it's ablative because that's where you should always start when you're guessing between ablative, dative, gerund. So by speaking, and then talia is its direct object. So by speaking such things. So to put this whole thing together, who of the Greeks or what soldier of Harsh Ulixes in or by speaking such things would refrain from crying? So there he's saying, Virgil is saying, even the most wicked, harsh Greek would fall apart when he was telling this story. Final, last sentence, et iam nox humida caelo praecipitat suadentque cadenti acidera somnos. And now, moist, night falls from the heavens, and the cadenti acidera, the falling stars, urge sleep. Where cadentia is a present active participle, somnos is the direct object. Okay. I think that's it. We'll see how this goes. I miss you guys. I'm looking forward to catching up with you.